Hey guys, it's Tara. Today I'm doing a Bali Q&A. You guys have been asking me questions on my daily vlogs that I've been doing here in Bali, so I'm going to answer your questions in this video today. The first question is, how long am I in Bali for? I'll be here for just under 2 months. Question number 2 is, am I here for vacation? The answer to this question is yes and no. You guys know that I never take a trip just for the purpose of a vacation because it just doesn't feel right to me. When I travel, no matter where it is in the world, I always like to give back in some way to wherever it is that I'm traveling to. So the actual reason that I took this trip originally was to do my yoga teacher training because I got a scholarship with Blissology Yoga. Ian Finn, he's a Canadian and he does his yoga teacher trainings part of the year here in Bali, Indonesia. But Ian Finn and Blissology Yoga, they always have a project that helps the oceans with each yoga teacher training. And here we're going to be doing some coral reef restoration. So when the yoga teacher training is happening, we have about a week off in the middle of it all. And we're going to be traveling up to North Bali to a place called Les. And we're going to be doing some coral reef restoration. So we're replanting coral in the ocean because a lot of the coral in Bali has been damaged by tourism. But I'm also taking the time to have some vacation here in Bali because it's gorgeous. And it's a long way from Canada, so I figured if I was coming all this way, I might as well have some time to myself to rest and relax while I'm here. The next question is, how much did it cost for me to come to Bali? The most expensive part of coming to Bali is the flight. Especially from Canada, I paid about $1,000 to come all the way here. But once you get here, it is so cheap. The food, for my own food, the cost every single day is anywhere from $10 to $15 Canadian. And then I've also been sharing the cost of living expenses in terms of hotels, like where I'm staying, with some girls that I met here when I first traveled to Ubud and I stayed at a hostel there. So I've been paying anywhere from $6 to $7 a night for accommodation, which is like nothing. It's so cheap here, it's amazing. The other expenses are basically travel expenses, so if I want to go from one place to the next, then I pay for a shuttle bus. But even then, that is so cheap. I'll tally up the costs of what it costs in total to do this trip at the end of my trip and do another Q&A video to give you guys an idea of what it costs to go to Bali. It's not as cheap as going from Canada to Mexico or Canada to Costa Rica or somewhere that's a little bit closer, but it really is amazing here and I think it's really worth it. The next question is, what have your dinner meals been like in Bali? You share most of your fruit meals, but have you made any really good salads lately? If so, how are they different from the ones you make in Canada? My body has been acting a little bit different here in the tropics than it does usually in Canada, and I actually haven't really been craving any greens at all, which is so bizarre. You guys know I am the most predictable eater ever. I eat the exact same salad every single day, sometimes for years, when I'm in Canada or when I'm staying in colder countries. But here it's not the same at all. So I haven't really been craving any leafy greens. All I wanted to eat is fruit and coconuts. I could never quite understand how people ate strictly fruitarian in the tropics because I always crave leafy greens and I always crave a lot of fat, but now I get it because in this climate your body just reacts totally differently to the heat and the food available. And so I've been eating a lot of coconuts, a lot of fresh fruit, and really only a little bit of greens just because I haven't been wanting them. And I never thought I would say that, but it's true. The next question is, what does durian taste like? Durian is interesting. I've only ever tried frozen durian shipped from Thailand that's probably dipped in formaldehyde or something really gross that we get in Canada. And a lot of the times it's frozen, thawed, and you get some real bad ones. I have had some good ones in Canada, but the durian here, fresh, it's a little bit different than what I've heard the durian tastes like in Thailand, for example. So durian is always a bit of a mixture of like white chocolate, vanilla custard mixed with onion. And I know that sounds kind of really gross, but it's not. And I think durian is something that you either love or you hate. There's no in between. You don't kind of like durian. It's a love or hate kind of thing. I love durian. I've loved it from the first bite. The durian I've had here, the fresh durian that I've tried, hasn't been as good as some of the frozen durian I've had. Because sometimes you really do get a good one. And it has a bit of a floral taste, so it's like floral white chocolate onion. I know it smells bad and I know that's a really bizarre description, but that is what it tastes like. And the last question is, can you show us what your room looks like? Are you comfortable there? So I'm going to be doing some tours pretty much everywhere I go to show you guys what it looks like where I'm staying. I'm booking on booking.com. I don't promote them and I have no affiliation with them, but it's just what I'm using while I'm here. And I've loved the rooms I've stayed so far. They've been so affordable, so cheap, beautiful views. Behind the camera right now I'm looking at the ocean. Up there is a beautiful mountain, so I really can't complain. But I'll always give you guys tours in my daily vlogs here, and I'm absolutely comfortable. I'm a backpacker, so I don't stay in fancy places. So this is incredible compared to places I've stayed in other countries. So that wraps up the Q&A video. If you guys have any more questions for me or you want to know more about my stay in Bali or the yoga teacher training or anything like that, just comment in the comment section below and I'll do a couple more Q&A videos before I leave Bali. And otherwise, you can look forward to daily vlogs. I'm posting every single day here on YouTube. I'm still going to be posting every day as well during my yoga teacher training, and I'm also posting on Facebook and Instagram every day. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe if you want to see more of this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.